Dark and difficult times lie ahead. Soon we must all face the choice between what is right and what is easy.
This is Tom. Tom runs a radio station and is an independent journalist for that radio station. Tom recently made a report to the police that there were people congregating in large numbers, completely disregarding social distancing rules. Tom's now having a visit from the police because Tom said that he was going to go and report on said gatherings, and the police seem that they're a little worried about that. In fact, throughout this video, the police make constant indirect threats at Tom that if he is seen out, if he is seen in the area, he may be subject to arrest or fine. Now, the government's already said journalists reporting on coronavirus are key workers, but yet the police seem desperate to stop Tom from reporting, shall we say, on a group with certain characteristics.
Oh, okay, mate, yeah.
So we've got a body, just so you know, we've got a body cam.
Right, I'm recording as well.
That's fine, but there's no need for us to be overly, I don't know. We don't need any tension, yeah, we just wanted to...
I just want to know why you're here.
Yeah.
Tension? So this police constable feels under stress because a member of the public is filming his interaction, but yet the very first words that come out of Constable Baldy's mouth was, "My camera is on." Strange.
Your breathing's quite, quite restless.
This is what I'm like anyway.
Yeah, well, is this normal? So
I've got COPD, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't want you to...
No.
We don't want to make it worse.
This is why I couldn't come outside.
So, Tom, you have to bear with me because I'm playing catch up with this. But
Okay.
Did you notify West Yorkshire Police that you
Yes.
were going to go? Yeah?
Yeah.
This Friday?
Yeah.
And was that to some religious sites in Bradford, is that right?
It's to the mosques in Bradford and Leeds.
Mosques in Bradford and Leeds?
Yeah, because from what I've read in the local newspapers, they're flouting the stay-at-home rules. And if that's not the case, then they're meeting in parks in large groups, which is dangerous because they're only going to go back to their shops and petrol stations and infect other people.
Okay. So I respect that you've got concerns over that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You need to be aware of the social distancing rules, don't you?
Well, I'd be in the car, so there wouldn't be a problem.
The social distancing rules as they stand at the moment, this is the Coronavirus Act 2020.
Yeah.
Mean that you shouldn't make unnecessary journeys.
Right, well, as a journalist, I'm a key worker, I'm entitled to do that.
What's interesting here is that Tom's made a report about people flouting the social distancing guidance, but yet the police have turned up to tell Tom that he may breach social distancing guidance. So they're there to deal with a situation that hasn't occurred rather than going to deal with a situation that has and is occurring.
Okay, do you have an NCJ card?
No, I'm an independent radio journalist, I don't need one. But these cards you're talking about are only issued by the authorities that the people work for, they're not issued by the government.
No, I understand that.
So I wouldn't issue myself one.
Right, well, what you need to be aware of is that two things really. One, you've explained to me about your health.
Yep.
Yeah? And the fact that you are vulnerable.
I am.
Your health is vulnerable.
Which is why I want to see if it's been
Let
flouted.
me explain, and then you can have your say. Okay? So first of all, you are vulnerable yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And by making a journey all the way to Bradford, you may put yourself in harm. Not only that, but you may also put emergency workers in harm if you came into difficulty.
Yeah, okay.
It's not a laughing matter, Tom.
Well, the point
and
is...
secondly, Tom, the other issue I'd like to make is that does not deemed a necessary journey.
Well, as a journalist it is.
Okay.
Journalists are travelling all over the country.
I respect that you describe yourself as a journalist.
Well, I am, I've got a radio station.
But at the same time, Tom, you need to realise that you even told me yourself that the media have reported on it. So the issue is being reported over there.
But it won't be on Friday.
There's no need for you to then travel a long distance to further report it, is it?
So what Constable Baldy is actually saying here is that as an independent journalist, you don't need to go and report on things. I wonder if that's because they prefer the media outlets that are in the government's pocket to report on things, rather than people who are not told what to say.
Well, firstly, I think there is, because you can't curtail the rights of a journalist to report. That's not legal. Secondly, I am allowed to go out for as long as I want in the car, wherever I want in the car. There is no legal rule or law that says I can only go for a certain period of time. So please look at that. Now, I've got a copy of your NCCP rules.
That's fine, and respect you have, they're all online, but I
Yep.
think you'd agree that that's not exactly what is in keeping with either the direction given by the government.
Well, that's a wish. The government wish people would do that. That's not a law. So am I supposed to stop being... Once I've been given key worker status by the government as a journalist, and you're now saying you don't want me to go and do that job?
No, what I've said to you is that wouldn't be deemed a necessary journey.
But clearly the police turning up at the door to tell you you're not allowed to go and report on a mosque that's full of people flouting the coronavirus regulations is a necessary journey.
But in whose opinion?
In the
It can't be in yours, because with respect, you don't make the law.
From what I've reviewed, it's been reviewed by our controller. It's also been reviewed by our command today.
But it's not been reviewed.
No. What we've looked at the log and we've looked at what you've described you want to do. It's been reviewed by our leadership team, yeah. And we're here to basically explain to you, yeah, that if you make that journey on Friday, you may be breaking that law.
Are you more interested in the fact that I'm going to
Tom,
Islamic locations?
Tom, I don't want to get an argument.
I'm not arguing.
I don't want you to get upset, and I don't want to have
I won't
to
get
be any
upset.
longer than we need to be. But if you go on Friday, you may be breaking the law, okay?
Well-
you may be breaking the law, and you may be subject to either a fixed penalty notice, or if you fail to then heed that notice, it may be that we'd have to take further action.
Right, well, first of all, you can stop the threats, because there's no limit to the length of time I can go out. That is the law. Secondly, I'm going to Islamic locations. Is that the reason? If I was going to a church, I bet you wouldn't be around here now. I'm not trying to stir anything up, but when you've got crowds of people mixing closely together and getting away with it, you're not going around to these parks and stopping them praying. You're not going to the mosques and telling them to get out, are you? And that's what I'm going to report on.
How are you planning to get there? You're going to drive in your car?
I don't know, I might go by helicopter. I've no idea yet.
You said you were going to drive.
Well, all right, then I'll take the car and take the helicopter.
Okay. So what car do you drive, Tom?
I'm not telling you, you don't need to know that.
Is it your cars that registered to you?
Do you think I'm going to set myself up for you guys to be sat along the road with nothing better to do than stopping
Where are you
me?
going on Friday? Are you going Bradford or are you going Leeds?
Going to both of them.
Whereabouts are you going?
I'm not telling you, wherever is a mosque. I don't have to tell you where I'm going. This is not China.
Who are you broadcasting for?
What do you mean I'm broadcasting for myself, for my own radio station?
What's the radio station for?
I'm not telling you, so you don't need to know that. You're on a fishing expedition, guys. You've been sent round here because, I mean, I just can't believe where you guys are popping out from. All over the internet, there's cops everywhere. Call up and say your car's been stolen, you don't see one. Call up and say your shop's been broken into, you get a crime number.
Okay.
But all of a sudden you're running around after this. And I don't get it. There's something going on.
Tom, you seem very keen to sort of kick off an argument with
No, you're the guys
me.
that are coming here to stop me doing a lawfully protected activity. The government has said it's okay for journalists to go out and do the job.
So let's just be very clear, Tom, because I don't want to be...
I don't want you here either. I think it's ridiculous.
I'm advising you very strongly, yeah, that from what we perceive, yeah,
Yes,
the
perception.
law to be,
Yeah.
that would be on a necessary journey.
That's
And
a perception.
If you make that journey and if you were to be stopped, Tom, you may well find that you end up being either receiving a fixed penalty notice, or that you may well be either summoned to court, or there may be other actions.
All right, where does it say in the NCCP rules that you can stop me travelling? By law, not by one of your boss's opinions.
Tom, I'm not going to get sucked in.
Because you can't, it's not in the law, it's not part of the
What
law.
I'm going to explain to you is that we, at this stage, we're warning you that may be considered an unnecessary journey.
It may be, that doesn't mean it is.
Tom, I'm not going to get sucked into the finance of it. I'm just.
You just said it may be, you're a police officer. Do you know the law? Do you know the law you're trying to enforce? You clearly don't know the law.
There's nothing else.
There's nothing you can do. But you don't even know your own law.
Is there a specific mosque that you wanted to attend or religious site?
Any of them.
Any of them?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not tying myself down to be nicked by you lot. I'm not going to self-incriminate, but the point I'm making is you don't even know your own law. Now, I know it's just come out, I know it's new to you, you've probably scantily read it, but nowhere in those rules from NCCP does it say that you can enforce such a rule.
Can you explain to me what your motive is for going, Tom, on Friday?
Safety, public safety. I think it's disgraceful that people are allowed to gather in large groups because of the religion they are, and then go back to shops and businesses and possibly infect other people who weren't aware that that's where they were.
Tom, how do you know these mosques are open regularly?
Because it's in the Telegraph and Argus. It's in the Leeds Press. There's even comments from Muslim leaders in Bradford saying they're going to stay open. It's in the Telegraph and Argus.
So, Tom, I've asked you quite reasonably what your media organisation is as well, because I respect that you're saying you're a journalist, so I've asked you, and you haven't answered.
But I don't have to tell you that.
Well, at the moment, how am I to be?
It's a radio station.
And what's the radio station called? I can take it down. What's it called?
UK Preppers Radio Network.
UK Preppers.
Radio Network.
Is that Preppers as in P-R-E-P-E-R-S?
P-R-E-P-P.
Oh, thank you. P-R-E-P-P-E-R-S. Network. And
Would you please put your mask back on? Would you please put your mask back on properly?
Is it on the net? Is it online?
Yes, it only works online.
And what website is it on?
It's not on the website, it's on the internet.
Yeah. How do you connect?
.co.uk.
.co.uk. And what time are you planning to go?
I've no idea. Depends how I feel when I wake up.
Okay. Well, all I can do is advise, educate and persuade, Tom, which I'm trying to do. All right? I think it's a really silly thing to do, given your clear medical state, the fact that you're out of breath while you're talking to me.
Yep.
And do you realise you may be putting yourself in danger or emergency workers that need to
Well,
come?
you say this about the emergency workers. Now, accidents happen. Now, let's be honest, if a little old lady fell down the stairs, she would need emergency help. But there's no law stopping little ladies going upstairs, is there? Accidents happen. You can't plan them.
Tom, I've been policing for some time, okay? And I deal with quite a lot of people in protest situations and things like that. Now, the impression you're giving off to me, Tom, is that you just want to have an argument with me about it.
I don't even know why you're here. It's not in the law. You don't even know your own law.
So, is there any advice or anything you'd like to receive from us, Tom?
No, I think you've wasted your time on taxpayers' money.
I don't think we are.
Well, I know you have. Because you can't stop me doing it. The law says I can do it.
Just one final thing before we leave. Can I ask why you called the police then? Why did you?
Because I made an official complaint about what was going over there, and I do have crime numbers from West Yorkshire Police.
Yeah.
Okay? And I followed up by saying I'm going to go and check on Friday to see if what's happened is still continuing.
Right.
Okay, so I have done it legally. I've been to the police, made a report. I've had the official numbers back, crime numbers back, or the registered whatever they are numbers.
Okay, Tom. So you contacted us.
No, West Yorkshire.
So West Yorkshire, but you contacted the UK Police. Yeah. And now we've come to visit you. Subsequent to you calling us.
Because I'm going to check out on Islamic locations. You wouldn't be coming to me if I was
I've advised
checking
you-
Baptists.
I've still advised you do not drive or you do not travel over
Well,
there.
is that a request or an order?
Goodbye.
Is that a request or an order?
PC Davis is my details. PC Simon Davis.
Yeah, and what's your colleague's number?
773 PCR.
Thank you. What's is that a request or an order?
No, I'm not getting into any more.
Well, I decline your request. Thank you.
Good health.
You too. Bye.
I'd like to make it clear as well that the police wearing their PPE in this video were only wearing it because Tom refused to let them in unless they put it on. I also want to make it clear that from my point of view, I know that I don't, and I don't believe that Tom has any problem with the Muslim community whatsoever. The problem is the entire flouting of the regulations. When everybody else is on lockdown, everybody else is in trouble for breaking the social distancing rules or gathering in groups larger than 2 people. That is what the issue is here. Good night, all. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you like the content and you'd like to help support the channel, you can do so. In the description of every video there are some links to ways that you're able to help support the channel so I can continue putting out content. If you're unable to help us in that way, hit that subscribe button up the top there. If you haven't already, become a subscriber. That is support enough. Share the videos, comment, like, it all helps. If you're looking for something else to watch, up top there is my latest video. Down the bottom there is a video that YouTube recommends for you.